Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an amazing story. The day Emily and James moved into their new home, the sunlight poured through the high windows, casting warm golden patterns across the wooden floors. "I can't believe this is ours," Emily said, her voice filled with wonder. She ran her hand along the wall, almost as if she could feel the memories lingering within the paint. James smiled, carrying the last box into what would be their living room. "I told you it would be worth it. You just wait until you see the backyard at sunset." Emily laughed, setting the box down. "I still can't get over the price. A house this old, in such perfect condition, it feels like we stumbled into a dream." As they wandered through the rooms, opening closets and peering into corners, James noticed something odd. Behind the bookshelf in the study, a faint outline of what looked like a door caught his eye. "Emily, come here. Look at this." She stepped closer, tilting her head. "That's strange. It looks like a panel. Do you think it's a closet?" James pressed against it. It barely budged. "Not a closet, something else." He pulled harder, and with a soft click, the panel swung open. A narrow staircase descended into darkness. Emily's eyes widened. "A hidden room? In our house?" James grinned. "I guess our dream home just got a little more adventurous." They grabbed a flashlight from a nearby drawer and cautiously descended the stairs. The air grew cooler with every step, carrying a faint scent of old books and dust. At the bottom, the small room revealed itself. A secret chamber filled with shelves of ancient-looking books, glass jars containing odd trinkets, and a large wooden chest in the center. Emily whispered, This is incredible. Who would hide a room like this?" James opened one of the jars, peering inside. "Looks like dried herbs? Or maybe ingredients for something?" Emily approached the chest, brushing her fingers over the carved patterns. "Do you think we should open it?" James hesitated, feeling a shiver of anticipation. Only one way to find out. With a creak, the chest lid lifted, revealing stacks of old letters tied with ribbons, a small velvet box, and a curious locket shaped like a tree. Emily picked up a letter and unfolded it carefully. The handwriting was elegant, almost like a story written by someone from another century. Her eyes scanned the page, and she gasped softly. "James, this letter, it mentions our house, and someone who lived here long before us." James leaned over, reading the beginning of the letter aloud. "To the future inhabitants of this house, if you have found this letter, know that the secrets it holds are meant to be discovered by those who are worthy." He paused, looking at Emily. "Worthy?" Emily nodded slowly. "There's more. It talks about a hidden passage, a room meant to keep certain things safe. Things that could change the way we see this home." They spent the next hour exploring, discovering more letters and items, piecing together a story of a family who had lived there decades ago, guardians of something mysterious. Each item seemed to hint at a past full of intrigue and forgotten promises. James leaned back against the wall, exhaustion and excitement mingling. "I think we just stumbled into a real-life adventure story." Emily laughed, holding the locket in her hand. "And it feels like we're part of it. Imagine this hidden room, all these secrets, who knows what else is waiting for us." Outside, the sun began to dip below the horizon, casting long shadows across their new home. The hidden room glowed softly from their flashlight, like a beacon calling them to uncover more. Little did they know, the discoveries in that room were only the beginning. Every letter, every trinket, and every dusty book hinted at a larger mystery that would test their courage, curiosity, and the bond between them. As Emily carefully replaced the letters and closed the chest, she looked at James with a mix of excitement and trepidation. "Tomorrow, we start exploring everything we found. I have a feeling this house has a story that's bigger than we ever imagined." James nodded, a smile tugging at his lips. "And we'll uncover it together. Every secret, every twist, every hidden truth." And with that, they climbed the stairs back to their living room, unaware that shadows in the hidden room seemed to shift as if the house itself was watching, waiting to reveal the next part of its story. The next morning, Emily and James awoke with an electric mix of excitement and anticipation. Emily paced the living room, holding the locket from the hidden room. I can't stop thinking about last night. Every letter, every trinket. It's like the house is trying to tell us something. James sipped his coffee, glancing at her with a grin. I've been thinking the same thing. There's no way all those items were just left behind by accident. There's a pattern, a story waiting to be unraveled, and I'm ready to follow it wherever it leads. After breakfast, they returned to the hidden room. Emily set the locket on the chest, while James carefully pulled the letters from their ribbons. Look at this, James said, pointing to a letter addressed to someone named Clara. She seems to be the last in a line of guardians, and there's something about a hidden passage under the garden. Emily's eyes widened. A passage? Under the garden? Then that means there's more to this house than just the hidden room. She picked up an old map tucked into one of the books. The lines were faded, but it was clear it depicted the house and the surrounding grounds, with a series of tunnels and rooms marked. See this? Emily tapped a symbol near the back of the garden. It looks like some kind of key or entrance. James leaned over, his curiosity growing. Then that's our next stop. Let's go explore. They stepped into the backyard, the spring morning warm on their faces. Emily held the map while James examined the garden walls and flower beds, searching for any clue. After a few minutes, Emily pointed to a low stone wall near the far corner of the yard. There! That stone looks different. It's newer, or maybe someone replaced it at some point. James knelt and pushed against it. A section shifted slightly, revealing a dark tunnel. Here it is. A passage. Emily hesitated, gripping James' arm. Are you sure we should go in? What if it's dangerous? James smiled reassuringly. That's exactly what makes an adventure. Come on, we'll be careful. They entered the passage, flashlights in hand. The air grew cooler, carrying a faint, earthy scent. The walls were lined with bricks, some chipped, and the floor was uneven. As they moved forward, they discovered old crates, shelves of objects covered in dust, and faded paintings leaning against the walls. This place, it's like a secret world beneath our house, Emily whispered. James nodded. And everything down here seems to belong to Clara or her family. Look at these journals. So many untold stories. Emily picked up one journal and carefully opened it. The first entry read, "To the one who finds this, know that what lies beneath this house is more than just objects. It is a legacy, a story of courage, loyalty, and a promise that must never be broken." James' eyes scanned the rest of the page. A promise? What promise? Emily shook her head. I don't know yet, but it seems we're meant to find out. As they delved deeper, the passage opened into a cavernous room. At the center stood a pedestal with a book that seemed far older than anything else in the house. The cover was black leather, etched with symbols they couldn't recognize. James approached it cautiously. This must be the heart of the secret. Whoever wrote those letters, they wanted someone like us to find this. Emily gently touched the book. Should we open it? Before James could respond, a faint sound echoed through the tunnel. A whisper, almost like a voice carried by the walls themselves. Be careful. Emily gasped. Did you hear that? James nodded, the flashlight trembling slightly in his hand. Yes, it's coming from the book. I think it's alive, somehow, like it wants to tell its story. They opened the book together. The pages were filled with handwriting so delicate, it seemed impossible for anyone to have written it by hand. The words told a tale of Clara's family, guardians of hidden treasures and knowledge. Each chapter revealed challenges, lessons, and secrets protected for generations. Emily leaned closer. This is incredible. It's like a history of our house and everyone who lived here before us. James turned a page and paused. Look at this. There's a warning. Only the brave and the pure of heart may continue. Those who are guided by greed or fear will be lost forever. Emily's heart raced. Do you think it's us? Are we brave enough? James smiled. We won't know until we keep going. This is our story now, Emily. Our adventure. They spent hours exploring the subterranean chambers, discovering hidden compartments, intricate puzzles, and even small keys that unlocked doors within the tunnels. Every new discovery deepened the mystery, revealing that the house was far more than it appeared. As twilight approached, Emily and James emerged from the tunnel, exhausted but exhilarated. They carried with them journals, maps, and the black leather book. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting the garden in warm, fading light. Emily turned to James, holding the locket. I feel like we've uncovered just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more waiting for us. James nodded, his eyes bright with anticipation. And we'll uncover it all together. Every secret, every challenge, every story hidden in this house. Little did they know, the most incredible discovery, the one that would challenge everything they believed about the house, its past, and even themselves, was still ahead, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. The following morning, Emily woke with a strange sense of anticipation, as if the house itself was holding its breath. She found James already downstairs, examining the black leather book they had brought up from the hidden passage. I couldn't sleep, James admitted. I kept thinking about what we discovered yesterday. The warnings, the puzzles, there's something we're missing. I can feel it. Emily nodded, gripping the locket around her neck. It's like the house is alive. Every clue, every object, it's all connected. And the biggest secret is still out there, waiting for us. Determined, they returned to the garden where the hidden passage had begun. The stone wall that had revealed the tunnel seemed almost to shimmer in the morning light. Emily felt a thrill of nervous excitement. Do you think this is where we find the final piece? James smiled. Only one way to find out. They entered the passage once again, descending into the subterranean maze. The air was cooler now, filled with an almost electric tension. As they moved deeper, Emily noticed carvings in the walls, symbols that matched the locket and the books they had found. These symbols, Emily whispered, tracing her finger along the stone. They're like a guide, telling us where to go. James studied them carefully. And look here, he said, pointing to a faint pattern in the bricks. There's a hidden door here. It wasn't open before. With a careful push, the door swung inward, revealing a room bathed in soft, golden light. In the center stood a pedestal upon which rested a small, intricately carved box. Emily's breath caught. This must be it. The secret the house has been hiding. James stepped closer. Be careful. There's no telling what could happen. Emily reached for the box, her hands trembling. As she opened it, a warm light spilled into the room, and inside lay a delicate crystal, glowing with a steady, pulsing light. Alongside, it was a note. To those who have proven bravery, loyalty, and a pure heart, this is your legacy. Protect it, cherish it, and your lives will be forever changed. James picked up the crystal, examining it. It's beautiful, but what does it do? Emily held it, and suddenly a vision filled her mind. Scenes of the house's past guardians, their challenges, their triumphs, and their sacrifices. She saw Clara, the woman from the letters, placing the crystal here centuries ago, trusting that one day the right people would find it. James looked at her, eyes wide. You're seeing it? Emily nodded. Yes, I understand now. This crystal isn't just an object. It's a key to preserving the history, the knowledge, and the magic of this house. And we're the ones chosen to continue the legacy. Suddenly, a soft voice echoed through the room, almost like a whisper carried on the wind. Guardians, you have found me, and you have chosen wisely. Emily's heart raced. James, the house, it's alive. It's aware of us. James smiled, holding her hand. Then we have a responsibility to protect this, to honor the story, and to continue the tradition. They spent the next hours exploring the final chambers connected to the crystal, discovering artifacts, journals, and relics that revealed generations of secrets, triumphs, and hardships. Each discovery deepened their connection to the house and to each other. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the garden above, Emily and James emerged from the tunnel, carrying the crystal and the journals. The house stood silent, almost serene, as if acknowledging their courage and heart. Emily turned to James, holding his hand tightly. "We did it. We uncovered the story, the legacy, and now it's ours to protect." James pulled her close. "And this is just the beginning. The adventures, the lessons, the stories, they'll keep coming. But as long as we face them together, there's nothing we can't handle." They stood there, gazing at the house that had tested them, challenged them, and ultimately entrusted them with its secrets. A feeling of warmth, fulfillment, and excitement for the future settled over them. Emily looked at the crystal once more. "It's incredible, all the mysteries, the history, the courage it took to protect this. And now, it's part of our story too." James smiled, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "Exactly. And who knows what stories await us next?" As twilight deepened, they knew that their lives had changed forever. The house had revealed its secrets, and in doing so, had shown them the power of bravery, trust, and love. Their adventure had not only uncovered a hidden legacy, but had also bonded them in ways they never could have imagined. And so, with hearts full of wonder and a future brimming with possibilities, Emily and James stepped forward, guardians of the story, keepers of the legacy, and adventurers in a world that held far more magic and mystery than they had ever dreamed. Thank you for watching our story. If you enjoyed this adventure, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join us for more amazing stories that will take you on journeys you won't forget. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know which story we should create next.